let's go. Let's go. Let's get this going. Let's get this. I am kind of hyped for Black Clover out of all of these chapters because there's a lot of fights about this. That's the one thing I like about Black Clover. It's just fights. Fights never stop. And people hate that about Black Clover, but if the fights were bad, I would hate it. You know what I mean? But the fights aren't bad. The fights are fantastic, so I love it. I really want this Leona versus Vettel fight to be this week, but let's see. That is Sir Kaiser, a man possessing both virtue and power. He's not the kind of person that likes to be standing in the spotlight. But most likely for the sake of his subordinates, he accepted the position of captain. The Purple Orcus captain, the new Purple Orcus captain. And his wife is in the royal capital, very sick about him. Master Fuego Leon and my husband in the royal capital. Are they all right? He is a marvelous magic knight. He has people waiting for his return. Okay. So I'm going to bring him back. Shit, Fuego Leon. I just want to be real. Like, I thought of anybody being so strong that Fuego Leon, with the power of an adult salamander, doesn't outright body them. It's kind of interesting. This is interesting. Let's see where this goes. Black Clover, man, 192. All right. Flame Spear magic. Salamander's breath. Jesus Christ. A salamander shoots a big old, what's that, a tornado of fire that just engulfs old dude. No. So no, the dude, he makes something to block that. Well, let me see. That magic did have some considerable force behind it, although it still can't even hit me. Sir Kaiser's vortex magic. Okay, so no, he used the vortex to block the vortex magic. Is that a form of wind magic? Uses his own mana, he's able to wash away the enemy's spell. What the fuck? Okay. Variation of wind, I'm assuming. And together with the massive mana pulled up the elves, he can even repel spirit magic. Some magic attacks won't work on him. Is that limited to magical? Can he repel physical things? He's unleashing a wave, it seems like. A wave that hits Fuego Leon and Salamander, it seems like. He's expanding the reach of his vortex to use it to attack. Even with mana skin up, I'm still taking this much damage. And even more of my mana is getting washed away. This is bad. Okay. So even with his coat mana aura coating and protecting him and shielding him from attacks, the coat is just being, not only is he taking damage through the coating, but the coating itself is being torn off of him by the force of the attack. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. That's getting the Leona Vettel. Look at these. Oh, okay. So Vettel's dodging. He's dodging a lot of shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's dodging a lot of stuff. Okay. Oh, all that fire. He's coming at him with the claws, though. Oh, he smacks the shit out of her. Okay, so Leona gets sent flying. Out the rocks. Even if I scorched, I still bust my way through to you. Incredible speed and reflexes and that power. You ain't that bad, you impotent pest. These two are having a lot of fun. Now, here's the one thing I'm curious about Vettel. Yami's Dark Cloak Dimensional Slash. And it was a new spell, right? So it could just be for the effect of showing off the new spell, but his Dark Cloak Dimensional Slash one-shot him. I'm not sure if that's Yami's strongest technique he has, but I think it's the strongest one we've seen so far, or maybe the NVIDIA Slash. But even with that being said, it defeated him. It was a one-shot. I wonder. Well, okay, so he was already hurt from fighting Asta, Benesta, Noel, the dancing boy and song girl. I can't remember the name right now. Finral and that. He was lucky, man. He went through a gauntlet before he fought Yami, but still he did get one shot by Yami. I wonder how long he's gonna last against Leona, who is clearly as strong as Yami. And he seems to be younger, so but is he less powerful now? Is he more powerful? Is Vettel at the same strength? That also goes to show, damn, how powerful, or at least how resilient Asta is. So then when someone as powerful as you existed among humans, dude, you literally got killed by Yami. think somebody, this a snotty pest like him would be this entertaining to battle one-on-one. So Leona doesn't even feel like she can have a fun one-on-one fight. My God. And look at this middle panel, dude. They're going at it. I'm assuming all those explosions are just their fists colliding. Wow. Jesus fucking Christ. I've not felt like this since you fought like 6 dudes at once. Leon is a fool, bro. That straightless stickler idiot. Straight lace stickler idiot, bro. The way she talks is so. He's automatically sensing mana and defending against spell, which means my attacks have no means of hitting him. So Flaker Leon is getting body. His flame arm is actually smaller now. It's not as big as it was. He's getting body. Oh my God, what the hell? Flaker Leon is getting. Jesus Christ. It's completely unreasonable strength. Unreasonable strength. He's referring. Flaker Leon is referring to this dude as having unreasonable strength. I understand he's possessed by the elf and there's stronger, but unreasonable. With the power of the salamander, his strength is still unreasonable. This completely unreasonable strength reminds me of my older sister. Okay, so what's happening here? Leona and Fake Leon, they're both fighting really, really strong opponents. And they're having like a moment similar to, I forgot what it was. It was a One Piece movie with Zoro and Sanji were fighting two guys that had opposite styles of them. And it was like, oh man, you're good, but you're not as good as this person. They're dangerous of each other. So I'm assuming that Leona and Flaker Leon, they constantly go at it. And they don't see as anybody being stronger than each other. They have a rivalry then. Ever since she was a kid, she was always arrogant, insolent, disrespectful, and remarkable. And she's comparing Beto to Flaker Leon. He's comparing this chick to Leona. So I think that speaks to their power. And remarkable. I looked up to that fierce strength of hers, but there were times those traits of hers also irritated me to no end. I mean, obviously. Not a reasonable person, bro. Sister, it's time for her training. Oh, so we're getting straight flashbacks, bro. Like, get back to these battles. You can leave her be a master, Faye. Acting from her own instincts, Lady Melia will become a strong, become all stronger her own. That's the kind of genius she is. Thinking back on, oh, that's Mother, yeah, that's Gaucho's old lady. Thinking back on it now, perhaps I was just jealous of her for that. Sister, you're not going to join the Crimson Line? But why? With your power, you could become the greatest of all magic knights, and someday even the Wizard King. If I receive my Grimoire tomorrow, I'm going to go off on a tour of all the grand magic zones. If I become a magic knight, I'll be stuck with boring bodyguard duty of fighting weak criminals. There was no way I could put up with that kind of boredom. So she's just gonna go explore the world. Yeah, you could do that if you're rich though. Especially if you're strong. Can I be a training partner right here and now? You serious? You're gonna go all out and take me on today? Goody two shoes. A huge battle between the eldest daughter and son of the royal house of Vermilion. Afterwards, the blazing bloody Tuesday? Bloody. How hard did they fight each other? Bloody Tuesday. Back then, that idiot was really something. Let's see. So Beto's laughing. You're probably the strongest human in this entire kingdom, aren't you? And now, on purple overdue, which means if I can defeat you, then the remaining humans will be trivial. You think, bro? Lozelle? Are you sure about that? Now disappear. Oh, Leona gets hit. God damn. Oh, Leona takes the hit. Fucking Leona outright just he says fuck that. Did he run inside the vortex? What the fuck? Leona takes the hit. She's ready enough for a punch. Fucking he straight up ran through the vortex. Okay, so she's damn. I like they were getting a lot on the brother and sister. Their dynamics with each other and their relationship with each other. But this battle is dope, and I'm trying to like really see it. And they're cutting back and forth like on some Kakashi Obito type stuff. But like I get it. I get why it's doing it. That doesn't make it bad. That's just my ADHD is going nuts right now. She's unconventional, completely free, and can't be bound by anything. She's extremely reckless, but with strength that burns brightly in her eyes. The fear about all those around her without any hesitation, she walks down the routing path. And then Leona says, that's my phone, my bad. He's suffocating, passionate, straight-laced, and by the book to a fault with a strong sense of responsibility. with an exemplary strength that had been forged in power. So these two are essentially the standard fucking setup for like any buddy cop movie. You got like the straight edge cop, and you got like the loose cannon who doesn't play by the rules. Sounds like an 80s movie trailer, but this is what these two are, and those personality types really do complement each other very well. If you look at two pair of friends, more often than not, one of them's like the quiet one, and one of them's like the loud one, and that's those personality types do mix well. You believe it or not, I see it a lot. What exemplary strength has been forged, respected and idolized by all. He guides them, showing them the way. He is that person is the one most deserving of becoming the strongest. No, Zell, you sure about that? Okay, so reignite, louder, blur, load, double. Oh, reignite, load, doubler. They're both using the same technique. Is that what they're doing? Load. Using Salaman as a decoy and whipping out his own mana so that he could slip through my vortex's detection and make his way into me. This guy gets one shot. I'd be very disappointed because he's incredibly powerful. That means he can't take a hit. So you're a glass cannon. She forced herself to take the brunt of my attack and endure it so that she could take the mana from it and put it into her next attack. If Vettel gets one shot, I won't be surprised because Yami one-shotted him. And I believe Leona to be as strong as Yami, most certainly. So let's see. As the younger brother of a sister like that, as the older sister of an idiot like that, these sideways texts is killing me. Become stronger, I must. These guys are done. These guys are late. Oh, he punched him with the flame hand. Oh, that's gonna go. Oh, look at his face. Look at old dude's face. Oh, he's shocked. He's not ready for that. Old dude looks in worse spot than Vettel, if I'm being real honest. Vettel looks like he might get up from that. Who knows? Who knows? But damn, that's the end of the. I want that fight to keep going. I wanted the Leona Vettel fight. I wanted more of that. That damn. Okay, let me go to my hair. Academia. God damn, bro. Hold up, 1 second. Let me see. Bro. Don't you hate when shit doesn't want to load faster? No, Black Clover was dope though. I really wanted that fight to go like dang. I like what they did stylistically. As far as the narrative goes with this Black Clover chapter, it was good. I've seen it. I've seen that style of storytelling, like that little thing before. I've seen it before. Like as doing my reaction, I was bringing up other things that reminded me of, but it still works. It helps get a point across, and you can kind of squeeze two fights in there at once. Like Black Clover 129. Yeah, no. Fucking Black Clover was good. Yeah, no, I really did enjoy this chapter, Dustin, bro. This chapter was dope. All right, let's see. Hold on. So hold on. All right, My Hero 216. Let's go. The conclusion of Class A versus Class B. Choco really did one shot like half the team. What was he thinking in those final moments? He grabbed the binding cloth and wound it up by rotating himself to get closer. That ain't shit compared to what Toga did. I was really looking forward to showing everyone how much I've changed since then. But every last one of them just keep pushing forward without ever stopping. Damn it. Who's these pictures of? Let me see. Go back one page. I saw Deku. I saw the pony girl. Mudman is dope. Who is that? That's Momo. Momo is fuck. I need to see more from Momo. Ingenium versus Mudman is still the best part of this. I can't wait to see that in like the anime. Like just everything relating to Mudman, the way he used his quirk, it was just dope. It was really cool, bro. I stand by that. Even that, like I don't even like the Katsuki chapter more than the Mudman. The hero class sure is amazing. It's got dangerous secondary, but In the 5th cent, Class A, Roll, Clang, Mines, Clang, Emily. Huh? I'm trying to see what the Clang, Emily, Roll, Clang. Okay, whatever. I don't get what the fuck that means. I'm gonna be real. Class Clang again? Oh, wait. Is this like if it was an anime, that's like the fucking the title cards going back and forth. I'm pretty sure these would be colored in. Yeah, okay. I guess that was confusing as fuck. Like I was reading it, and I was like, "What the fuck is this saying?" I don't know. Anyway, next page. So Class A wins with a 4-0 victory. Sentenced to 99.999 years. What the fuck? And with that, that's ridiculous. 99.999 years. And with that, I'm surprised Ashido finished twice Impact Dude with a punch. But then again, I guess she can't. And no, I guess she can hit him with acid. I don't know recovery go. I don't know how potent is the acid. Can she control its potency? Who knows? And with that, we're finished with all 5 sets. If not like a fucking punch, like a sliding torpedo kick. Cause I know she used the acid to generate momentum and then go faster. All right, let me keep reading. And with that, we're finished with all 5 sets. Throughout all battles, everyone came to know their enemies, know themselves, and fought bravely. The first set was won by Class A. The second, Class B. The third was a draw. The fourth and fifth were victories for Class A. Midnight strives to remain impartial. We removed the bias. Vlad King immediately. And it's the Invisible Girl holding the sign with Jiro. I just saw Jiro and Ioma, but I see her gloves. I didn't even. Therefore, the overall winners of these training battles is Class A. All right. Okay. Almost everyone was caught in their machinations. I was never the type who had a burning competitive spirit, but yeah, it's all in all, it's super frustrating. Okay, so these are just the winners and losers is talking about it. Mr. Izal, Mr. Vlad. Well, Vlad is a class B teacher who was commentating. I couldn't do anything on my own. I'm still too weak. This was also supposed to be my transfer exam, wasn't it? You knew? Did you tell him? I wasn't certain, but considering the season and the formats of the battle, it was also an easy format to test how I do without my support item. Not to mention, I was the only one who participated in 2 matches. Very perceptive. For now, there's still time left for teachers' critiques, so hurry back. The first things first. Okay. First things first, Midoriya. What's your deal? He materialized something incredibly black. This is Tokiyami talking. Even though it was his quirk running wild, I wonder what the name of the technique is. For a new move, it seems to deviate quite far from your super strength, don't you think? Yeah. Anybody with a brain would assume Midoriya has more than one quirk right now. What's the principle behind it? Can't talk about one for all, but it's not like I can just dodge the question either. I'll be honest, I can't without giving things away. I also don't fully understand it yet. So All Might's looking like, holy shit, what's he gonna say? Katsuki doesn't give a fuck. Anybody who thinks Katsuki cares, okay, whatever. He does not care that Deku has more than one quirk, bro. He doesn't give a fuck. He is content with his power. He's gonna be the greatest hero ever. My power suddenly started overflowing. I couldn't suppress it. I feel like that power I always trusted suddenly bared its fangs at me. I was really scared myself. But thanks to Uraraka and Shinzo stopping it for me, I quickly realized that wasn't the case. Okay. If Shinzo hadn't knocked me unconscious, I'd have no idea what would have happened. Oh, okay. Okay. Shinzo, earlier you asked if I was just bluffing, but I honestly just as confused as you were back then. But thanks, both of you. I was really trying to rile him up so I can brainwash him, though. It was bothering him that much. Of course it was. I mean, it was clear he wasn't just acting. But I must say, compared to Midoriya's rampage, of course, it goes without saying Shinzo performed well, but Araka's quick decision making was simply wonderful. To calm her friend, she put her own body on and jumped in and stopped him. Yes, I just love that kind of thing. I love it. I said midnight. I'll say to Araka, this is Ashida talking. I'll say Uraka leapt to his aid without a second thought. It was like super fast, especially the part where you embrace him so passionately. So Mina's just fucking with her. Uraka's red. I kind of jumped in without thinking. I should have kept my cool a little more, but I'd rather much do that than do nothing and then regret it later. Eyes was looking back. Remember, she said she wants to save people. You're really grown. She's even redder. Literally, she's a darker shade. Why is Deku red? I didn't only do it, Dorio. Why is Deku red? Is he embarrassed? I did just what Uraka instructed me to do. In fact, I saw Unagi and the others being attacked by the black stuff as well. If something wasn't done about it, Class B would have lost either way. I stopped Dorio because I wanted to fight against him and win. That was simply a result of that. I was only thinking about myself. So Aizo was walking up to Shinzo. Oh, he's choking him. Corporal punishment. Call it a PTA. Call it a PTA. No one ever had such high expectations of you. Everyone here has gone through hellish training day in and day out to become a hero who can save people. It will take a genius of All Might's caliber to suddenly ascend to that level. For the sake of others, if you prioritize those feelings and nothing else, you won't be able to save anyone. That man's dropping mad knowledge right now. If you don't have the power to do things on your own, you have no hope of protecting others. From that perspective, your action, and this is, I want to get into like just with this, even though his quirk isn't made for combat, that doesn't mean he can't be a hero. And this is what this is proving right here. From that, and this is Aizawa is the literal proof of that you really don't need a quirk for combat to be a hero. But anyway, from that perspective, your actions are more than good enough to pass this exam. Shinzo, at the end, you were trying to lure me to the skirmish to give yourself an advantage, right? You were super fast at dropping those pipes to slow me down too. And when you were moving, Shinzo was doing good, bro. To be to have like no quirks that amplify his physical capabilities. His quirk literally just brainwashes people. He's athletic. He's good. He's solid. And when you're moving around with the binding club, you really reminded me of Mr. Aizawa. Like, he's incredibly athletic. And the first said, I thought your team's ability has really helped you shine. But believe me, it wasn't just that. Your decision-making skills and physical abilities were amazing. They weren't inferior to the hero class at all. You had me breaking out in the code sweat. He's no Toga, but he's a physical beast. If you're talking about using your strength for others, then I'm the one who really needs work. My thoughts exactly. All right, before we get back to the review, I can say that probably, no, almost certainly, that starting next year, Shinzo will transfer to the hero course, so don't start competing with him just yet. So Shinzo's in the hero course now. Well, which class A or class B? That will be decided at a later date. Let's get back to the teacher's critiques. Okay. First things first, Mr. Aizawa. Mina is a disgusting freak, and he should be convicted for his crime. Minata is a disgusting freak. Have you forgotten how I put my life on the line to make sport of Shota and his team? Made sport, but yeah, but you got the next chapter you kind of got counted, but it was cool. It was cool to see. Class B did produce failing marks this time around. That much is true. However, leaving the results aside, we shouldn't have lost in any way, shape, or form. If only I had known Midoriya's quirk would be a dud, I would have come up with an appropriate plan. In other words, if we were to fight again here and now, there's no telling what would happen. Yeah, he's class is over. Dude, where's Kendall to drag this dude away? He's going nuts. Kind of think of it, the fact that Shota's quirk was activated means that I was touched at some point. At that time, I was panicking at a fear that Minoma was invincible, but what does he mean by dud? Or, that's right, sorry to interrupt, but Minoma, come visit Eri with me tomorrow. Aizawa saying this? Minoma and Eri? What's his name? Yeah, what? Eri? Hold on. Come to think of it, the fact that Shota's quirk was activated means I was touched at some point, okay? At the time, I was panicking out of fear that Momo's limbs would explode. Yeah, from trying to use All for One. But what does he mean by dud? That means it didn't work. He tried to use your quirk. Am I missing something here? What is Midoriya confused about? He tried to use your strength quirk, and it didn't work. But then again, it probably isn't that simple, huh? Oh, yeah. No, dude. Yeah, it was a protest sign to say get rid of Black King. Yeah, yeah, that dude's his announcing is trash. Prison Break setup arc, I would imagine it would be the next chapter. I'm still interested in that. Because not necessarily because they're going to break All for One out, because I feel like Stain is going to somehow get out, and I still think Stain's going to be a way more important character than like he's going to have to do something again. Jesus Christ. As far as My Hero goes, yeah, the chapter is fine. It was very exposition heavy, but that's totally fine. After a lot of battle, you really should, exposition is to be expected. You don't want to go too long without really explaining what the fuck is going on in case anything gets lost, like in translation. But there's only one thing I really want to touch on, and that's Shinzo. And this whole quirk thing, like, and I've said this before, there are a lot of heroes and villains whose quirks aren't really for fighting, but they be keeping up with the best of them because, like, at the fundamental level, they're good. Like, they're physically impressive. It reminded me, like, in the very start of Fairy Tail, like, these two guys were fighting Natsu, and it was like, well, you're a wizard, so you're used to using magic, so you can't keep up in a fight. But Natsu's like, nah, bro, I can actually, like, I can handle myself. I can move, I can jump, I can run, I can punch and stuff. And that's kind of what I'm getting on. Like, even with your power, your quirk, whatever, even if it's not that good, or if you don't have it, if there are people in your world who can move a certain way, who can be at a certain physical level, there's nothing saying you can't do it too. You know what I mean? Like, if Luffy could punch really, really hard, then Zoro can punch. All you gotta do is train and get to the point where you can punch hard. You see what I'm saying? So, like, if Aizawa can do what he can do, if Toga can do what she do, like, be successful at what they do, you don't need a quirk to beat. Not granted, okay, to beat like these Nomus and like All for One, yeah, you're gonna need a quirk or whatever. I guess. But I have mixed feelings about that. But like, a lot of these heroes are basically fucking quirkless. And that's the point I'm getting at. So, like, nah, Shinzo's dope, bro. He's impressive. He's a physical beast. He's gonna be the character, I guess. They'll probably put him in Class B. It says Deku's in Class A. That's what I'm assuming. But he's gonna be that character that I originally wanted Deku to be, which is essentially just fucking quirkless. Like, I didn't see why you needed one. Like, I could have told. Now, of course, you would have to write the story differently, right? You might not be able to do the things with the Nomus or whatever because they would just be at a certain point too powerful. But not even that, you could have had the story be to a certain point where, like, how like Batman is with Justice League. Like, even though he's in the chain of command, he's number 2, but like, he's not as powerful as Superman, Wonder Woman 1, 2, and 3. No, most certainly not. But he does certain things. Like, he goes where he needs to go. Deku could have been that one character who didn't have to necessarily beat the fuck out of everybody. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. It has nothing to do with this chapter, really. No, I just want to touch on Shinzo's performance. The dude was dope. I actually want to see more of him. He's like a little mini Aizawa. And I consider Aizawa like the Batman of the series. If almost like Superman, Aizawa was clearly Batman. So, like, he's gonna be a nice parallel. Like, I know, like, Katsuki's like Deku's like rival, but they don't really parallel each other. You know what I mean? Deku and Shinzo really are parallels of each other. If you think about their goals, their backstories and whatnot, and kind of what's happened to them, and especially they're both getting mentored by 2 of the greatest heroes, and you know what I'm saying. So, I want to see them improve more, most certainly. Everything else is dope. Now that this whole arc is essentially wrapped up, might be like one more chapter, whatever. Like, we're going to the next arc now. Now that this arc is wrapped up, I will say, like, it'll be a lot better in the anime. I can imagine how this would be really good in the anime. I know this is going to be really, it's the way it's going to be in the anime is good. But like, it's been on a while. This felt kind of longer than I really think it is, but it felt just kind of long. I wasn't a fan of the Momo fight. at all. The Katsuki one was just really good. This Deku fight, I didn't like the first 2 chapters of it. The second chapter was really, really good. The ending chapter, I mean, the third chapter was really good. The ending chapter was like, I don't know, let me see. I get it wrong because it was, yeah. Because they had that weird shit with Deku getting possessed, and I hated that shit, man. And then the next chapter after that, they started to fight, but they didn't start fighting. And in that third chapter, they started to fight, and that was really, really good. And then that last chapter wrapped it up. The fight with Mudman was fucking phenomenal. That whole thing with Todoroki and Genium, all that was really good. And the first one with Froppy and Shinzo was cool too. The art wasn't bad. It's gonna be great in the anime. I'm just kind of glad it's wrapped up, so we can kind of get on to the next thing. It's not like the best My Hero's been. It's really not. But it's definitely, it's not terrible. That Momo fight was terrible, but nothing else. You know, like 1 out of 5 fights is bad. That's not a bad arc. That's a really good arc. That's just 1 out of 5 fights being just fucking trash. But that's beside the point. Yeah, I just can't wait till next week. It seems like everything is kind of just in a transitioning period right now, except for Black Clover. Black Clover is hype, but like it's just that Black Clover never gets off the hype train. But like One Piece and My Hero, they're kind of just moving along. They're setting things up and they were going on to it. And these aren't bad chapters. These are just slow paced chapters, but they're still good. There's still a lot of information in there. And if you're into the series and if you like the characters, then the information itself is enough to sustain your enjoyment. I know not everybody don't like that way. Everybody wants everything to be on hype 24/7. But then to that, I say read Black Clover, and then people don't want to read Black Clover, so that don't make no sense. It's your boy. I'm out of here. Soulfist, Hell Hydra.